I used to be the type of person who would walk into a grocery store without a plan or a list. I would wander aimlessly through the aisles, picking up whatever caught my eye. Sometimes it would be a new snack that looked interesting. Other times it would be a sale on a product I didn't really need. Before I knew it, my cart would be filled with items that I hadn't planned on buying, and my budget would be blown. But then I decided to make a change. I started planning my meals for the week ahead of time and making a detailed shopping list based on those meals. It was a simple concept, but it made a world of difference. Not only did it save me time at the store, but it also saved me money. No longer was I throwing random items into my cart on a whim. I was sticking to my list and only buying what I needed. I found that by planning my meals and making a list, I was able to avoid impulse purchases. I wasn't tempted by the flashy displays or the enticing sales. I knew exactly what I needed, and I stuck to it. It was a liberating feeling, knowing that I was in control of my grocery shopping experience. Of course, there were times when I would stray from my list. Maybe I saw a new product that I wanted to try, or maybe I forgot to add an item to my list. But even then, I found that I was more mindful of my purchases. I would think twice before adding something to my cart, considering whether it was truly necessary or just a frivolous indulgence. Over time, I noticed a change in my shopping habits. I was more organized, more efficient, and more budget conscious. I no longer dreaded going to the grocery store, knowing that I had a plan in place. I even started to enjoy the process, taking pride in my ability to stick to my list and resist the temptation of impulse buys. And the benefits extended beyond just my wallet. By planning my meals in advance, I was able to make healthier choices. I would incorporate more fruits and vegetables into my diet, knowing that I had everything I needed on hand. I also wasted less food as I was only buying what I knew I would use. It wasn't always easy to stick to my list. There were times when I would be tempted by a sale or a new product. But I would remind myself of my goals and my budget, and I would stay strong. I knew that the temporary satisfaction of an impulse purchase was not worth the long-term consequences. As I continued to plan my meals and stick to my list, I found that it became second nature. It was no longer a chore, but a routine that I looked forward to. I would sit down at the beginning of the week, brainstorming meal ideas and creating my shopping list. I would take pride in checking off items as I found them in the store, knowing that I was one step closer to a successful shopping trip. And the best part was coming home and unpacking my groceries, knowing that I had everything I needed for the week ahead. I would look at my neatly organized pantry and refrigerator, feeling a sense of accomplishment. I had conquered the grocery store, sticking to my list and avoiding impulse purchases. So if you find yourself struggling with impulse buys at the grocery store, I encourage you to give meal planning and list making a try. It may take some time to get into the habit, but the benefits are well worth it. You'll save time, money, and stress, all while making healthier choices for yourself and your family. Plan your meals, make a list, and stick to it. You'll thank yourself in the long run.